India doesn't disappoint anyone, neither the optimist nor the pessimist. For whatever one says about India, the opposite is also true. In a world that craves simple narratives, India defies them all. It is a thriving democracy of 1.46 billion souls. Here, diverse thoughts pulse like the very heartbeat of the nation. Consider our environment. We hold the third largest greenhouse gas emissions globally, trailing behind China and the US. Yet, our per capita emissions remain among the lowest in the G20, underscoring a story of shared responsibility rather than excess. And in a testament to stewardship, India has boosted its forest cover by more than 191,000 hectares, third highest globally for increasing forest cover over the past decade. Coal remains our dominant energy source, powering 74% of electricity. Yet, we surged ahead as the first G20 nation to meet our COP26 non-fossil energy target, 51% of our power capacity. We did it 5 years early. In Pavagadh, Rajasthan, the world's largest single solar photovoltaic plant sprawls across 56 square kilometers, harnessing the sun at unprecedented scale. Look at our global ties. Despite exhaustive negotiations, India lacks a comprehensive tariff deal with the US, facing the steepest duties at 50% on key exports, a punitive measure unmatched by many peers. Yet, just this month, we inked a landmark 10-year defense framework with US, forging deeper bonds in security and innovation amid the trade storm. On the geopolitical stage, India honors US sanctions on Iran and Myanmar, compliance that China routinely sidesteps, drawing its own rebukes. We import far less Russian energy than China or the European Union, yet face an extra 25% US tariff as the sole target for such a penalty, a quirk of diplomacy that tests our resolve. Our cultural mosaic is unparalleled. With over 1,600 languages spoken, India boasts the highest linguistic diversity on earth. Paradoxically, it harbors the largest English-speaking population globally, fueling our bridge to the world even as Indian mother tongues continue to thrive at home. Economically, the take and the counter-take are stark. At per capita GDP of under $3,000, India ranks 136th worldwide, a reminder of the journey ahead. Yet, we stand as the fourth largest economy, surpassing 4 trillion in nominal GDP this year. A meteoric leap of 6 spots in just a decade from 10th largest to 4th largest. Fiscal prudence tells another tale. While our consolidated deficit of center and state hovered over 7% plus of GDP last year, yet India is the only major economy to lower its debt to GDP trajectory between the 2008 subprime crisis and post-COVID crisis in 2025. At 3.5% of global GDP, India may seem a minnow today, but incrementally we add 8 to 10% of world growth. And on purchasing power parity terms, our share of expansion nears about 18%. India is the engine of global growth train, along with China and US in the days to come. India is routinely called to open its economy and the markets for global investment flows. Yet, it is the only country where foreigners own majority of its largest listed bank, asset management company, automobile company, FMCG company, telecom company, engineering company, and wealth management company. Today, Meta, X, Google, Yahoo, WhatsApp, Amazon, etc. operate freely in India, which they can't do in China. Investment flows tell of promise and patience. We drew $81 billion gross FDI last fiscal, about 5% of global totals. Yet, over the last 25 years, net gold imports are in excess of $500 billion. This has edged us towards capital exporter status, as our precious metal import exceeds net foreign direct investment. In the field of technology, the paradoxes shine brightest. India still grapples with ingenious jet engine for its fighter planes and relies on partnerships to bridge the gap. An audacious startup, Agnikul Cosmos, has unveiled the world's largest single-piece 3D printed rocket engine, a feat of ingenuity that redefines what's possible. We are the only nation to soft land a rover at the moon's south pole. Chandrayaan 3 achieved on a modest 74 million budget. And we hold the global record. 104 satellites launched in a single mission, a symphony of precision from ISRO. In artificial intelligence, we lack a homegrown foundational model at scale. Yet, pioneers like Perplexity and Gemini have partnered with Jio and Airtel, unlocking free access for over 800 million Indians. This democratization has birthed open source marvels like Maya 1 and Lunar, voice AI that sings, whispers, and emotes with uncanny humanity, turning excess into acceleration. Healthcare strains under our billion-plus demand, needing upgrades in rural access and hospital beds. Yet, in Hyderabad's Genome Valley, one district of India, it clusters the highest concentration of US FDA-approved plants worldwide. India supplies 40% of America's generic medicine needs by volume, a quiet revolution in global health. It is the best performing emerging market over the long term, outpacing peers with more than 13% annual equity growth between 2020 to 2025. Yet, it has underperformed in the last year amid global headwinds. Academia reflects our spirit. No Nobel laureate has yet emerged directly from our universities. But the University of Mumbai has minted 22 billionaires, the most outside the US, proving our soil nurtures entrepreneurs. Nothing captures this essence of take and counter-take like Kotak Mutual Fund's Mumbai office. From one window, the Geo World Center gleams, site of the world's most lavish wedding, a spectacle of opulence. From the other, a mere 5 kilometers away, Dharavi endures, the planet's largest slum, teeming with resilience and raw potential. Both coexist, intertwine within a stone's throw. Friends, India cannot be boxed into black and white, crunched through linear equations or algorithms. It demands an open heart and mind to feel the chaos that births creation, the takes and countertakes that fuel progress. In embracing this beautiful mess, we don't just understand India, we become part of its endless becoming. Thank you.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.